So a question I get from a lot of people in terms of microphones is it better to have a stand on the desk or on a mic arm? Why not have something that gives you both? Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Before we get started, if you enjoy this video, or any of my videos for that matter, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. These things all help me get seen. They dig me deep into the algorithm, as it were, and I appreciate that help very much. Today I want to discuss the Roccat Torch. It's a newer microphone that actually offers some pretty distinct features, one of which being that it comes on a base with controls, and I know that's nothing new. I reviewed the Mackie Chromium on cgmagonline.com, and it has a similar thing, but what makes this one different? This is detachable if you want to put it up on a mic arm and it'd still be a working mic. How do they do that? With connections. So you can see here, it's a USB-C to USB-C connection that goes from the mic directly into the stand here, that then allows you to control the gain, headphone volume, and your polar pattern. And then from there, out of the stand, into the mic. Behind here, you also have a few other controls. You can actually adjust the brightness or turn off your RGB. There's a headphone jack here. You see their beautiful logo with all this. And then there's where you set your polar patterns. Here's the volume for headphones and your gain. Now, a cool thing about your gain is watch the RGB when I bring it down. It has a proper monitor on it, and I respect that. And right here, it says when you're live. Also worth noting is that you can actually change the angle of your mic. You can see, bring it all the way back like this, all the way up. You can change the angle so you can set it just the way you need it if it's going to be sitting down on your desk. Little interesting tidbit, when you plug this in and you get it set up for the first time, nothing's lit up, and you're kind of wondering why. It wasn't until I added it to OBS that it actually lit up and was recognized as a microphone. Another interesting little thing they have, right here you can see the Roccat Neon software. It doesn't do a ton for the Torch as of right now. You can see all you can do really is select your device. Brings this up, and then it brings up this AMO, which is actually pretty interesting. It's an intelligent lighting system for Roccat that actually syncs all of your different devices. So if I had, say, a headset or keyboard and mouse or any of those things, and I activated AMO for all of those different things, it would actually sync up the lighting for every single device, which I find really cool. But for our purposes, not a ton to be done on this software, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Alright, so let's dig in and actually have a look at the mic. Okay, so right now what you're hearing is the Roccat Torch sitting on my desk. Not a huge fan of mics on desks in general, only because I have limited real estate for it. But even people who don't have limited real estate, you could have a desk the size of the wall. The point is, if you're gaming with keyboard and mouse particularly, you have those things right in front of you, meaning that you need to keep your mic way off to the side, one way or the other. You can put it behind too, but again, you want the mic to be as close to your mouth as possible. It looks cool here on its stand, don't get me wrong, and I like that you can control the gain. Like if I bring this down, it actually works, this gain too. So when I bring it down, you can hear that I'm not actually talking anymore, and then bring it back up, because that's what you gotta do. You have to bring it back up so people can actually hear what you have to say. The polar patterns are interesting. It says it has 3 polar patterns. I argue it only has 2, but you know, share your own opinion. On the polar pattern selector here, you have cardioid, which we're on right now, so directed at me. Then you have your stereo, not uncommon, and that means I can go over to this side a little bit. You can hear me. And that means I can go over to this side a little bit. Great. Then they have another one called whisper. And what this one is if you have to talk a little bit quieter because, you know, you want your chat to hear you, but it's late at night and you don't want to wake the family. I don't have that problem. I'm very self-absorbed. But say you're younger and you live at home, or you have a really weird layout where your streaming is right next to a bedroom or something like that. See, now I can talk like this and you can hear me just fine. Also worth noting is when I change the polar pattern, the color changes on the RGB. So here we are set up on the mic arm now, and the setup is a little more convoluted than I would like it to be to get it up on a mic arm. When you open up the Roccat, you'll see that it comes with 3 different cables. You got this tiny little one that goes from the mic to the base when you're sitting it on the stand. Then you have a USB-C to USB-A cable to go to the computer. Simple enough. Now, to set it up on the mic arm, there's a third cable that's a USB-C to USB-C, and you might think, oh, so that I can just plug this into the USB-C of my mic, and then if you have a USB-C input on your computer, you just plug it right into that. No, it doesn't work. You now take the USB-C to USB-C cable for this purpose, you plug it into the mic, now you have a longer cable to run to your base, and then you still run the other one from the base to the computer. So you can see, I'm still wired up to my base. I can still adjust gain, I can adjust volume, I can adjust polar pattern. So kind of cool that you can do that still. That's all well and good. It's just a lot of extra cable to deal with. I don't know why they made a cable as long as the one that goes to the computer to be the one that goes to the base. I know it can't be this short anymore for obvious reasons, but they could have even done like a 2-foot cable, and you could have safely put this almost anywhere and then use the base as the controller still without a problem. Personally, I would have liked to have seen one cable just out of here into there. It lights up one color, or if you're using the AMO software, it lights up with that. That to me is the most simplistic, but I guess the way it's set up, you gotta do something like this. So if you're gonna do that, make cable management a little easier, Roccat. Okay. All right, now it's time to put the mic through its paces with our usual test phrases. The small pup, not a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Pressed the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. Are you subscribed to me on Twitch? Twitch.tv/MiscastJoe? Okay, I've had a listen, and essentially we're finding the same thing we find in all the USB microphones, the condenser microphones specifically. Picking up a lot of room noise. This is not a sound-treated room. It is what it is, and so you're hearing a lot of that. Will a lot of that get eliminated on stream with compression and when you're playing music and having game sound and that over it? Yeah, but I still think we can make it sound a little bit better like we usually do, so let's toss some filters on it in OBS and individually resolve and see what we can make it sound like. The small pup, not a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Pressed the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. Are you subscribed to me on Twitch? Twitch.tv/MiscastJoe? The small pup, not a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Pressed the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. Are you subscribed to me on Twitch? Twitch.tv/MiscastJoe? The small pup, not a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Pressed the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. Are you subscribed to me on Twitch? Twitch.tv/MiscastJoe? Okay, once again, we made pretty significant improvements using those VSTs. A little bit of EQ, a little bit of compression, use of noise gate or noise reduction. It all helps out greatly. It just eliminates any of that excess noise from the room. Also helps eliminate any kind of like key clacking or any of those things if you fine tune, especially that noise gate really well when you're on stream. But all in all, the mic sounds decent. It's not the most robust mic for my voice out of the box, but again, you can work with that by, you know, fine-tuning the EQ the way you want it and all those sorts of things. It's a pretty mic. My only issue is the way I use my mic. Really, you can only see kind of this stripe, but it's something. Ooh, and something I didn't actually tell you about. Muting this microphone. There's no button to mute this microphone. All you gotta do all you have to do is wave your hand over the microphone. I don't know about you, but I feel like Dumbledore. All right, so that's it. as far as the Roccat Torch is concerned, what do you think about the mic? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget, if you like the video, click like, subscribe, notification bell, all those wonderful things. I'd love to hear more from you guys down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the reviews. Let me know what else you might want me to review in the future. Also with tutorials, what do you want to learn? Do you want to learn anything about mics specifically? Do you want to learn more about any of the other things we do on stream? Reach out to me in the comments or on my socials, which you can find down below in the notes. But until next time, guys, let's get to work.